time is very busy and very valuable to us. So without you, we cannot make anything. We cannot change anything. You are the father, the mother of our community and also our mom. So we welcome you here, and also Kelly, we welcome you here to join us today to celebrate, to support, to honor, and to pay respect to our Congressman Jim Costa. And welcome here. This is little party, little celebration, Basi, which is we are blessing you. May God bless you to have long life, a healthy life, and spiritual, mentally, and physically for a long time and many years to come. And thank you. We are 100% supporting you.
Our special guest today, Congressman Jim Costa, and I will have him to say a few words later on, so we talk about himself a little more. But with a function like this, without all the people's support, and I appreciate you being here today. Let me, if I mention your name, can you stand up so we know who you are? First, we appreciate for Golden Bowl Supermarket for being a co-sponsor. And I know they are not here today, but we thank them anyway. Asian Supermarket. The next one is TC Meat Market or Kumolong. And then we also have Vanguard Bill Bond of California. I understand Chucha's in training somewhere in the Bay. But we appreciate for his support. We have Lou Vang, who was sound system, and Lou, thank you. Each time we have the function, you're always here, so we appreciate you being here and support with the system. We also have the National Vang Unity Foundation. I understand that President Yilang and his board also here. Yilang can stand. We have the Vang National Unity of California, the state of California, and I understand B Vang, the elected president. Thank you. We also have the Vang National Unity, Fresno County, Batu Vang, President Batu. We have the all the board members. I think my president mentioned. We also thank the board of director of the Lao Veteran Advisor chapter and member. We understand that number of people from Sacramento and then Merced, so we thank you for you being here today. I also want to thank both Mr. and Mrs. Fu Wu for allowing us to use their facility to have this function, and thank you. Tom of her, who is not here today, he's in Minnesota, but he actually contributed and big support for us today. I think the peak today was his contribution. Thank you, Tom. I have one of my good friend, Pauli. Pauli also a big supporter. Remember, you take 1A home, that's belong to him, and thank you, Paul, very much. And the chicken from Green Blessing. We also thank all the Hmong community. As my president mentioned, this is not for us, it's for all the Hmong community here in Fresno. Luna yi kho chen chen kan go de pe wa na ni cho to sai cho to mo ke Luna ku che de pe cho ta je ta ra to de de si yi cho lo ta mo ho lu ya ta ko to si ta nu na la wo ni shi de zhou ni cho chen chen na pe mong che yi han ja de cho老的打日主力呢，这一把的打日主了，这弄了你也叫真正的都弄了，头我们被做成过的爬浪的是是的，人家打日主这，弄了古啊，我们是的招的，你莫干多讲被弄了的，วันนี้เรากูสาตะเคมันจีตุปอจะเจ๋งตัวนู่นเนาะที่จะประธานกูตัวหายตาที่ใช่ไหม we also have ว่าจงแวง who also the son of the General Vang Pao, and thank you for coming. He lived in Minnesota, but because this special occasion, he was able to join us today.
giờ nó ở đây sẽ trồng này đây là chỉ phố của này nó giờ nó đây nó hồ nó đây nó rong nó giờ ra lúa nó lại ra lúa nhau cuối giờ mong sư mong lào trở lên để tôi sổ bằng hai lúa nhau cây trong tả lý giờ sau đó làm rong nè bây giờ mong sư mong lào sẽ trở tôi sổ bằng lúa hai lúa trong để cây sự giờ sau đó ra qua của chế là của chỉ chế bị tu nhau lúa liền số chỉ chế bị kỳ nhau lúa liền si mà lúc nào cũng chế trò rồi thì chế này là dùng lại chế trò khẩu lì chế trò tóc lọ chế trò đấy tua chế trò su tờ chế trò su trà chế trò tự si chế trò tự si này đâu bạn cho chế trò tới bạn mua chế trò tự si kiến gì xe kiến gì bao một trâu nung trồng trâu lì cơ trâu ra kho còn chế chỉ nó mà cả mua chỉ bỏ nung nào mà cả chế một đồ để trong chế đồ lót tờ cũ mà nung nào cả bé sữa đời nhà nó nhau cả nhau hú nhau đây nhau rong cả chỉ sao trộn máu trộn ra sao trộn máu trộn geng chế tao chỉ是一百家呀给你先几来个木把这种都当着白都山头乌山几么弄木多山对头一对几么里木当都当好对当着感觉今好嘛搞么去把么做落得股么做这个这冲么做让人让他感觉今好搞么去把了嘞nu nào cũng vậy nu đây nu hồ nu đây nu rong nu nào bé lúc còn hậu cô tu ra cô giờ mua cái rong xe tàu chạy nu nào nếu nào vật chứ nếu sợ lên tại tôi sơn đầu ta bé ta nên ru đoan ru tê cái nào cái chữ là tôi sổ lúc trong nào đó nếu sợ lên tại tôi chạy tàu nu nào bé lúc còn hậu sẽ đời cho nó cho chữ sẽ đời ta nên ru đoan ru là tôi sổ lúc trong hậu nu nó ta là vua chứ là vua này tết chỉ chờ nu nó là cho là mẹ bé sang nu nó cả bé sợ đời chia sẻ chuyện gì ta cho người tụ cho bé tan cho cá cho kê cả người là vận động tư là mong giống ta cả là chỉ ba bé cha bé lúc còn hậu nó cả bé là tao tụ thay cho nó cả bé tụ là cả tụ tao nó nu nó bé cha nữa nó chứ là tụ thay cho là ba bé là để vận động tư động là làm trong ha cả bé lúc còn hậu nó cả bé tao là tụ thay cả bé tụ là cả tụ tao nà đó mà nu nó bé nhà nó ta nên ru đoan ru lao làm đó nữa mà nu nó mà cả bé lúc còn hậu giờ thì tụ trong đầu chỗ chủ là bé vào cả bé cứ nghe cứ chơi là cả ở xa trâu nữa tụ trong có cả là bé nha nu nó cả bé lúc còn hậu là cứ là cả tàu nhẹ kia mà cả tàu nhẹ la mà nu nó mà cả bé sợ đời dùng xe dùng chữ nữa là bộ tụ cho bé tháo cho hồ cá đồ bé cho tháo cho hồ cái đồ bé tàu mà nu nó mà cả bé mà dù tông dù lâu dùng gạo cho nữa thế cũng ba mà cả nữa hai đôi nọ đôi bây giờ cả luôn thế ba nu nó bé mà dù tông dù lâu là dù cho nữa thế cũng thế cả nữa nó bé mà hai đứa cả tao đó bên đây này liên tới bộ châu nó đó
nè nó phải nó kinh tế nữa
bên nó dù tung dù lo làm cho nó tê bút cái đó nó cho biết là hộp đều nó mà bên cho là cho cả nó từ ba mà cả tôi cho tí mà cả tôi nó từ ba mà cả tôi trong tí mà cả tôi dùng nó nữa
mong cái cho tôi vào nữa
bây giờ tôi chơi bây giờ phải nói tiền cho ok cho bên cho các ok cả con thân con gì là hai cả là to là to cả là giờ nó thì nó cho bên cho các ok nó thân con gì á You win on November election.
Ồ, tốt tụi bò rồi giờ á, thì con là.
Thank you. We will. There you go. We need to have checks and balances. Put your lipstick on too.
Kelly, yeah, let me try one for you because you're his staff.
Thank you.
So that you have good luck and then you have protection against all evils. And maybe you be victorious in all endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank
Congressman, just I gotta say everything.
Thank you.
This choice of victorious. I do here. I know you will win again.
Yes.
And you will send your voices out again one more time.
We're winning.
You will win together. Bless you. And
Oh,
we'll
thank
be
you.
victorious celebration. Thank you. So congratulations to you and wish you best.
Right man in the right place. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you'll be our Congress again.
Have each other until
Thank you.
last day of our life.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good.
Make sure that we send you back to Washington, D.C.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we hope we have a good year. We hope the Congress be coming again our quotation. Becoming our Congress again. I hope we are winning this time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You want to ask picture?
Also, the honors Congress wherever.
Where's the celebration office?
Chúa ta nói chuyện trong các tình huống mà
I let people know. Give me your phone number. Yeah.
ta vợ
Dạ ta là nó trên đây trả lời rồi ạ, trả lời rồi
từ tổng cái老师的呀被这个把他哇路那着也是我个多路那呀我个一多老个多路那对吧？这可能被他路那是话呀，那也真了，这个多路那是呢，这个多路个对吧？那个呢在路那被他公车忙呢，他给哪给住。lúc nào chơi là một trò nếu nào có chữ là tiền lúc nào cho cái cho là khi ta hồ cao cái đồ biết sự đời lúc nào là cho cảnh ra cảnh trên cả rong đồ biết là bắt biết trồng mông sự đời nữa cả biết vào đó chi là cả tàu từ lên đại sư có bắt chặt cái sự bắt
Nung được có tiền mất rồi đừng có phải tới cả mình.
Mai khen rồi, mai một kia, tôi nhớ không một kia nó nói gì tao nó phải不是吧？我那呀，这被查理的大，这被吃的。khởi này lúa cây con món này để cho sự đời nó tụi nó cho mà lên cho không là cho tụi nó mà uo thế à khởi này lúa cây bé con món này bé số lên số tụ
chỉ này lúa ý là ốp bé lúa
trời lúa là tàu đây là
ốp của lúa để mà ta
trời lúa là tàu là cây đông tàu đây để lên cho nó sao bảo cái là khởi cây à
chỉ mua bùa đấy chỉ mua
là khởi cây sẽ là cho bắt đến nhiều sẽ là khởi bún này
để đây khởi cây là cá rau này
các bạn đừng hiểu đó là đây sẽ là thế toàn đạo sẽ là lọc khởi đây nó có nồng rồi
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Lao Veteran of America and on behalf of the Hmong community in Fresno, and also on behalf of the Javan Pao family, we would like to special thanks to our Congressman Jim Costa, our good friend for many years. He has been helping the Hmong community and the Lao veteran for the past many years and also introduced the bill about the National Cemetery for the Lao Hmong veteran for many years. Fortunately, the bill has been passed last April, So, Bill, Mr. Congressman Costa, so today is a special day just for you. We know that you have been helping us for many years, and I think the Lavatoran or the SCUs already have some ceremony for you. But this usually, as Peter said before, usually for the Hmong traditions, most of the time 1 year at a time, or maybe 2 or 3 years at a time, depend. But now we know that we don't have anything to thank you. So today is the special Lao Hmong tradition ceremony, what they call the Lao call the Basi. Yeah, usually this tradition is belong to the Lao people in the lowland. But we live in Laos, so we learn to use the Basi as the Lao people. So today this Basi is special for you and to thank you for the last many years that you're helping us, the Hmong community, and also the Lao veteran of America or the SCU and family in the state of California. We know that during the Vietnam War, 1961 to 75, we have been recruited by the U.S. government to fight that war. And we all know that that war is run by the Central Intelligence Agency or the CIA, because Laos is a neutral country. So U.S. cannot send their troops into Laos, so they have to have the covert operation run by CIA, and usually the troop during that period of time is mostly will be the Hmong, and it's commanded by my father, General Wang Pao. The Hmong and the American, we fought that war for 15 years. We lost many thousands of men and women. We thank you that the Hmong troop under Wang Pao, we fight with the communist Vietnamese and the Pathet for 15 years because of the support of the American government. We thought the support from the U.S. government, we will not be able to fight against the regular non-Vietnamese troops, about 50 or 60,000 in Laos. But with the support of weapons, food, artillery, and everything, we be able to fight the non-Vietnamese troops for 15 years. We are happy that we have been working with the U.S. government. Unfortunately, when the U.S. government withdrew from Vietnam in 1973, the communists or the non-Vietnamese, they tried to take over of South Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos. We lost our country. Yeah. And my father flew to Thailand and come to the U.S. Many of us follow him to this country. And special thanks to the U.S. government that we used to be good ally of that war. We lost the war. The U.S. government brought us into this country. We're happy that we've been here for 43 years. We have our youngsters who be able to have good education for the last 43 years. And the Lao veteran, we have been here for many years too. And we try to keep our relation and the history that was born between the American and the Hmong during that war. Even today, most of us are U.S. citizens, but we are still with the good ally of the United States government, even we are U.S. citizens. And this country, we know that there's a law that everybody must be under the law of the country. So we promise to you that the Hmong we will try to be your good ally, and we will try to be a good people of the country, even though not 100%, but we will try to teach our people to be the good people as we can. So hope that you will be our congressman in district for many years, and we hope that we have still have many things to do in the future. And hope that you will try to continue to help us, Congressman. Okay, and also for the Hmong American in your district, we will try to support you. We will try to vote for you every time you run for your re-election. So we will depend on you, and we will vote for you when your re-election coming up. So thank you for all the support for the last many years. And we will be your good friend, and you will be our good friend for many years. So thank you, Jim.
Zhang. I am honored and humbled to be here today with my friends for this very important and significant ceremony that you have bestowed upon me, your congressman. It reflects the Hmong and Lao traditions that are so important as we maintain our ties to our culture and to our ancestry. 2 years ago, Peter Vang, you and members of the Hmong and Lao communities had a similar luncheon banquet, a ceremony. And we did very well. We were very successful. We won that election. So, Peter, I was very much hoping we would do this again, because we all believe in good fortune, right? And I think of General Vang Pao. He was a leader to all of us. And I was very fortunate, like many of you, to personally have got to know him, to understand his passion and his desire for the Hmong community and for Laos, the country he left to begin a new journey. And it's a journey that each and every one of you have been a part of. America, I believe, is the great country it is today because of immigrants. Immigrants like yourself. Immigrants past and immigrants present. And with each wave or generation of immigrants from throughout the world, whether it be Southeast Asia, whether it be Europe, the Middle East, or South America, every generation of immigrants comes here with a story. And there are common threads to their story. Nathan, come here. Future congressman. Yes. When my grandparents, and some of you know this story, got off the train station in 1904 in Hanford, California, they did not speak the language, they were illiterate, and they had a deep desire, like your families, to come to a new country where there were language barriers, where there were cultural barriers, where there were other challenges, but yet to have a better life for themselves and their families and for their children. With a deep, strong work ethic, a strong sense of family, like your families, like your work ethic, like your desire generationally to make a difference. And here today, we have 3 generations represented. We have those who came during the difficult times of 1970s and the early 80s. Then we have those who were born here, your children. And now we have some of the grandchildren. Nathan and I are part of that second generation. I can tell you, in 1904, with my grandparents not speaking the language, a word of English, my parents actually, who were born here, did not speak English into the first grade. That in 1904, they did not believe in their wildest dreams that their grandson, 100 years later, would serve as a member of the United States Congress. That's what makes America great. Every generation of immigrants with a story, with their story, your story, my story, wanting to share one thing in common among so many other desires. But what we call that dream is the American dream. The American dream that, given opportunities, you too can succeed and your children can succeed. And so, in this political world we live in today, where we have so many efforts to divide us, let us remember that immigrants have always been the backbone of our country. Every generation of immigrants makes us stronger, makes us more dynamic. It adds value. So we should remember that the bonds that we share, the bonds that are a part and parcel of what we call the American dream, those bonds are far, far stronger than whatever differences we may have. It's true. Our bonds that we share, a desire for the freedoms that we hold dear, freedoms of religion, freedoms of speech, freedoms of assembly, freedoms to pursuit of happiness. And therefore, in our Constitution, we say, we the people, we are the people. We are all the people. Three of my favorite words in our Constitution. We the people. And I have a lot of people to thank. But the ceremony that we have here is so humbling. So humbling. Your prayers, your good wishes, your good thoughts. Certainly, the members of this program, Peter Vang was my first appointee to the Economic Opportunities Commission in Fresno, going back in the 80s. And I have continued to, in my heart and in my soul, ensure that the Hmong community, the Lao families, are a part of my family. Because I am so proud of all of the diverse ethnic makeup of our valley and of our nation. It is a rich, rich mosaic of the fabric of America. All of you reflect that. It's wonderful. It's why America is a great country. But we have Pao Lee, we have Charanjai Vang, General Vang Pao's son, who honors us all today. Of course, our friend Peter, Da Vang. You know, I've learned many things in the Hmong community. One of the things I've learned is Vang is like Costa. Many Vangs, many Costas. But that's good. So let me thank the Lao veterans. We have embarked on many journeys, but 8 years ago we embarked upon a journey with General Vang Pao's leadership to do the right thing, to recognize the service to our country that the Security Guerrilla Unit, the SGU, which was organized to support the American military effort in Vietnam in the 60s and the 70s, who lost thousands and thousands of lives, as Sharon Zai Vang noted. And many men and women whose lives, who made the ultimate sacrifice, and others who survived but had injuries that they lived with for the rest of their lives. And for President Ford to sign that executive order in 1975 to allow the refugees to come, if you could get here, was the right thing to do. But your journey has been a long journey. It has been a difficult journey, like every immigrant group that has come to America. But you have succeeded. And the fitting and the appropriate thing for us to do as Americans was to recognize your sacrifice, to recognize the contributions that the SGU made, fighting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, with the American men and women of the United States military. And finally, this year, after years of effort, our working together, our coalition came together with Senator Murkowski, with Senator Whitehouse, with my colleague Congressman Paul Cook, who served in Vietnam as a colonel, who knew your story. The way you get things done in Washington is working together through the House and the Senate, bipartisan, Republicans and Democrats. And finally, we succeeded. And in April of this year, President Trump signed that legislation that was part of a larger bill into law. And now we are working with you and the Veterans Administration, with our leaders, to allow those 6,000 or so SGU soldiers that are here in America that are still alive to take advantage of that burial ceremony at the national cemeteries around our country, over 30 of them, one here in Santa Nella, in western Merced County, in southern Kern County, Tehachapi, and others in Minnesota and elsewhere. So that individual and their families desire. That is a great victory for all of us, right, ladies and gentlemen? And a lot of people worked hard. You only get legislation into law when a lot of people work together and work hard. But I would be remiss if I did not give credit to one person who is always here for you, who is a part of the Hmong community and the Lao families, as I think I am a part of the Hmong. Let us give appropriate recognition to one incredible person who I respect, who makes a difference for the people of our valley every day, and that is Kelly Gill, who is my Director of Services for the 16th Congressional Office. I think she knows you, you know her, everybody knows Kelly. And Kelly is a large part of our success. So let me close by once again thanking Peter Vang and the Lao veterans for hosting this event. What a beautiful fall afternoon. the honor and the blessings to have such good friends. Many of us have worked together, and so we are family now. Hmong and Lao community are a part of that fabric of America. Your success is America's success. Your dedication to your new country is a tribute to your hard work and your perseverance. So thank you, Peter. Thank you, President Sharon Jai Vang, and all of the leaders, the elders who are here today. Your presence honors me and Kelly, and I am so humbly thankful for this support. And yes, in 16 days, who's counting, Nathan? 16 days, that's the election. We will all go out and vote, right? And we'll tell our friends and family to go and vote, right? Because that's such a cornerstone, so important of democracy, that people exercise their right to vote. Members of the SGU made the ultimate sacrifice, as American men and women made the ultimate sacrifice and gave their lives so we could protect that right to vote, should we never ever forget. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, I cannot thank you enough for giving me the opportunity to continue to serve, continue to be your humble servant in our nation's capital, advocating for the Hmong people, the Lao communities, those who immigrated here in most difficult circumstances, to live the American dream. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you, Congressman, for your kind words and your continued support. They're very wonderful you have shared with us, actually, wisdom and role model for all of us. Hopefully, one of these days, young Nathan will be a congressman. And that really lift up and give a hope for all of us in the future. You have been our leader, our role model, our brother, our uncle. And this is very important for the Hmong community. So we don't have much to thank you. We don't know how to thank you in a different way. Our Hmong tradition is to have a ceremony like this. Is very crucial and very, very special. And we honor you. We hope that all the blessing that we have will continue to bless you, bring you luck, whatever you do, and protect you. And hopefully the election coming up will bring good result. But we also recognize that we're here in America. We have two cultures, very important. On the other hand, our tradition, very important for our elders, our parents. But we also move forward to a mainstream. We know that work in America, we have to have different way of thing as well. And today, the Lao veteran America and the Hmong community, we had a little token, a plaque, to really appreciate the work that you do. Let me read this. Present to U.S. Congressman Jim Costa. Thank you for introducing the Hmong Veteran Recognition Act. We appreciate your continued support, friendship, and long life advocate on our behalf. Lao Veteran America and the Hmong community, the Hmong American community, October 21st, 2018.